Iceman Turk. Iceman Turk. What else? Iceman Turk. All right, let's address it. Let's address the elephants in the room. Drake released not one, not two, but 3 new albums. And if you know me, you know that this album was highly anticipated for me, the Iceman album. And what are my thoughts on it? Well, that's a mixed bag now, isn't it? So going into the album, okay, let's just break it down. Let's start off with my initial thoughts. What initially happened. So I really wanted to tune into Iceman episode 4, the live stream, which is no longer available on YouTube, which PMOs, because I wanted to watch it. Because what happened was, I was planning on watching it as I packed to go back home from university. I was just gonna put that on in the background and watch that. But then my friend hit me up and he wanted to play tennis, and I was like, you know what? Heck yeah, let's run it one last time before we go our separate ways. So I did that, and I wasn't able to tune into the live stream at all. And I tuned in at one part, and I was gonna start playing it, and it was a song, and I was like, oh, I don't want to have the song spoiled for me, right? That doesn't seem like, that wasn't my vibe, that wasn't my forte. So I tuned out. I did not tune in. I was tuned out of it. Is that the right term? Tuned out? I guess I was out of the loop with it. Yeah, that's probably the better way to kind of describe it. So anyways, what I did was, this is so pretty, by the way. Oh my gosh. I think we just get a flick right here. Yeah, this is the cover, guys. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. That is stunning. Ooh, stunning, like Stun a Sandy. That is a fire song off of fire song off of Made of Honor. That, oh my gosh, was Stun a Sandy. Yeah, we could be outside speaking bad bitches straight from the Ibiza, Frank Ocean Temple. It's a feat. Pyramid Temple's Frank Ocean feature. I don't even know what she said, but she was cooking. Glock got a kick in a Twitch. Kids probably think I'm a streamer. Okay, Stun a Sandy, I'm clocked into you now. I literally was I heard that, right? And it's literally the meme of Thor's hammer, and Thor's looking at it, and it's when Captain America's lifting it, and it's shows him that he's kind of worthy, if you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. That was my initial reaction to that. No, that wasn't my initial. That was my third, fourth listen, albeit. So I apologize. I already sidetracked, but this just there's so much emotion in this. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't mean to place 2 torches, but let's talk about my initial thoughts. So I went to bed. I saw that Drake dropped 3 albums because I was up late packing, and I was like, what the heck, right? And I had the chance to listen to them, but I said, nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna pause on this. So I didn't. I didn't listen to any albums that night. I went to bed peacefully, and I woke up. I woke up in the morning, and the first thing I did was listen to his first album that he dropped, Made of Honor. And so this is a more of a clubby album, and hype stuff. 7 a.m. in the morning probably wasn't the play. That already sent me off with a negative tone, and I was like, what is this? I was like, are we serious? This is kind of trash. I liked Ho Phase. I was like, oh, I was kind of jamming to it. And then I loved Road Trips. Off the first listen, Road Trips was already a hit for me, and I continue to go back to it. But yeah, it kind of I didn't really like it the first time I listened to it, the whole album, because it was just, early in the morning, and it was not the vibe at all. And I was just kind of like, what the frick are we doing, Drake? And then I was like, okay, I'll listen to I didn't even know how to pronounce it. I was like, Habibti. I think it's pronounced Habibti now, if I'm correct. First listen, I definitely liked it more than Made of Honor. I thought it had some good songs. Because you look at the track list before you listen to it sometimes, and I did, I always do, right? I don't know, do you guys when you see a new album, do you look at the track list, see all the features, and get excited? Because I do, right? I saw that there was a Low Shimmy feature, and ever since Don Tolliver put me on, I listened to a little bit of Low Shimmy. His album, I want to say it was Junkie. I don't even know what it's called, but Rockstar Junkie, yeah. And it was kind of hard to understand. He's a mumble rapper type deal, But I was excited. I was like, oh my gosh, a low shimmy and Drake feature, because I could already picture it, because I know Drake, I know low shimmy. I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. And oh my gosh, there were some classics that stuck out to me on the first listen of BBT, right? Slap the City was so good. And then you go into that song with low shimmy afterwards, and that's such a good song. Low shimmy's part is incredible. Drake's part's all right, but low shimmy, he did such a good job on that. I was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible, right? And the reason I think I started to love this album more was because one of my favorite Drake albums, which this is not even controversial, because it's an opinion. It will be controversial to some like diehards. I think honestly Nevermind is in Drake's top 5 albums. It's one of my favorites. It's actually in my top 5. It's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. But I've started to recently transition from like super hype music to more laid back, more chill music. And so honestly Nevermind is one that I will frequently put on, because it is that, it's more laid back. I can study to it. And it's just, oh, is that a bat? Did they change the texture on a bat? They did, right? They didn't used to look like that, right? Whoa. It's got like, it looks like, what's his name? The Pokemon? Noivern? Noibat? I think it's Noibat. Seabat. Okay. Hopefully you just got triggered. But no, and then another song that caught my eye first listen was Gen 5. Oh my gosh, that's a banger. That slaps. Oh my gosh. Bobbing my head to that song that early, you already knew it was a classic. And then the other songs, just nothing really caught my eye on the first listen, right? I know a lot of people like White Bone, but sorry, that actually just scared me. Sorry, that actually scared me. But because it's been storming actually here in my hometown. But White Bone, I know a lot of people like that song off of BBT. It's kind of growing on me, just because I think public opinion kind of persuades you a little bit, right? I feel like sometimes when we hear something's like really good, we're like, oh, maybe I'm the odd one out, maybe I'm the odd one out. So I think instinctively my brain's trying to like it, even though I don't know, because he's like, someone take my phone away from me. Yeah, they probably should, TBH. They probably should. Like, Drake's spitting common sense. Drake is spitting common sense. And I just can't personally, like, get myself to like it that much, But, yeah. So that was my initial thoughts on the BBT. And then we get to the main course. The thing that I was the most excited for. And let's talk about something that PMO'd. So, Drake, you had a whole, cover art. Okay. Let's break this down. Because this is absolutely just this is disappointing in my mind. So actually, I'm going to save that for another video. No, I mean, I can touch on base on it briefly, but then talk the rest of it for another video. And that's Drake set up Iceman to be something and then completely swerved in a different direction with it. And I'm just and I'm disappointed with it, right? The songs What Did I Miss and Which One, both those songs have a similar vibe. Both of them have the same cover art style. And then Drake releases Iceman, and the cover art is not that. It is not that. It's something entirely different. And then I'm like, okay, what did I miss, right? What did I miss? Like, what did you change? Why did you change this? And so that was very disappointing, in my opinion. I was really looking forward to the Iceman cover just being the words Iceman in that art style. I was actually so excited for it, and then it wasn't, and I was just like, I was so disappointed, right? So first and foremost, like, that already kind of set my mind on a negative connotation with the album. But then I saw something, I was like, whoa, Drake had the 4 songs: Make Them Cry, Make Them Remember, Make Them Know, and then there was like another one, Make Them Pay, I think. Yeah, those are the 4 songs. There's just a whole lot of copper, whole lot of red. Jeez, thunder. But no, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, yeah. So I was kind of excited to listen to it. Obviously, Iceman's like the thing, but I'd gone on TikTok like only for 5 minutes, and already people were shitting on it, and I was like, oh, a lot of people were saying like Drake went over 3, and I was like, I don't know if he went over 3, but you know, he doesn't have that many good songs right now. Let's see what Iceman's all about. And then you listen to Iceman, or I did, and I was not impressed one bit. I was like, okay, this is it. In my mind, off the first listen, this album, and I did actually skip a little bit here and there. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't listen to there's a couple songs I didn't listen to all the way through. Look at that reaction time. I'm honestly probably faster than Michael Phelps. No, he's a swimmer. Oh, actually, no, yeah, he does need the reaction time off the berm. So that is a good comparison. It's not the best comparison, right? But, you know, we're getting better. Anyways, yeah, I was not impressed off the first listen. I honestly thought the album was mid, maybe a 6 out of 10. Generous 6 out of 10. It was like, ugh, you know, it was like every song sounded pretty similar, and it was just him talking about he's the best and how he's got ops and he's got enemies and how he's the GOAT and all this. And it's like, I don't care. I sincerely do not care, right? And that was my initial thought. It was 18 songs of him saying the same thing, and that was that. And I was also incredibly disappointed because, you know, because this album, oh my gosh, I'm going to talk about it in another video. But yeah, this album seemed like it was going to go entirely different direction, and then it just didn't. And I was like, what the frick? So, yeah. I think the way I'm going to post these parts, so I recorded another video before this, but I want to get this out like with recency, you know? So I think we might do a little time traveling in reverse, and then we'll time travel ahead when I do my next opinion, because why not? I can do that. I can totally do that. I can totally, like, I don't feel like you guys are the most, okay, I'm going to clip this, and I'm going to ask you guys in the post, but like, do you guys actually follow like every single video and the progress I make, or are you more so here for the thoughts and like the, you know, what I have to say, right? The gameplay is just supplementary, and it's not like you care about the overall progression, like if a part is in between and then I do the jump cut backwards, right? So that's what I'm going to ask and find out, because I don't want to make this claim and it turns out you guys actually do, you know, like to see it all in order, and I'm like, oh shit, now I'm just the asshole, right? Am I the asshole? It looks like I am in this sitch. But yeah, the torches and vibrant visuals are actually so nuts. It's like it literally provides so much light in the area. It's awesome. So yeah, my overall impression, my first impression off the first listen, and now I've listened to the album more than all the albums twice now, minimum. But I've been listening to songs on repeat now because it's actually a good album. There's some good albums. There's some hits. But my overall impression when the album first came out was that it was all mid. Oh, it was all bad. It was not like, there was no standouts really. And I was pretty disappointed. But since then I've gone back and re-listened now that the hype has died down and the recency has died down and all this, and I realized, okay, yep, I was just tweaking, and there are some great songs. I just wasn't listening. But yeah, those are my initial thoughts. My next video, I'm going to talk about something I'm kind of disappointed about with the album, and then after that, I'm gonna do another video talking about second listen, some of my favorite songs, and just some more thoughts on it. So dang, you guys are getting a Drake-a-thon from me, a Drake trilogy videos. I mean, I figured I would have a lot to say on this topic. So, I mean, yeah, he's one of my favorite artists of all time, as a fact. And I owe it to Drake, actually, for getting into music. He was the first artist I listened to when I was getting into music. So without him, I wouldn't even listen to music at all. So, yeah. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for tuning into today's video. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace out. Love you guys. All you guys take care, all right? Listen to Iceman. Actually, no. Listen to BBT if you have not listened to it. Iceman's mid. Skip it. All right. Goodbye.